challenge that retailers face is how do they innovate? How do they reduce inefficiencies? How do they increase sales? And who can help them? And increasingly, we have an audience of shoppers that want gratification now. And so it'll be the retailers who can add value instantly that will stand out. And it will be the retailers who can blend the online and offline experience that will increase sales. And it will be the retailers who can deliver a personalised service that will be preferred. And it's interesting to see how personalisation has become a key to enhancing customer engagement. We have all encountered this through recommendation engines on consumer websites. If you have a look at YouTube, Amazon, and eBay, you are showcased more products and the retailer increases their sales. And this is not to say that physical stores will become irrelevant. They just need to be more than sales channels, more than a warehouse of stock. Because if the only benefit you as a customer receive from walking to a store is that you may get to try on clothes if they're available, you may not bother. And so stores here have the potential to be experience centres, where they are the extended arms of an enterprise's digital touchpoint. Now, we at 3.Digital, along with our global technology partners, have worked with retailers at a domestic and international level to deliver advanced, proven technology solutions, including the Internet of Things, data analytics, artificial intelligence, and augmented reality. And we ask you to think beyond what you currently see to understand how these disruptive technologies can help Australian retailers innovate. And so it is my intention over the next short while just to share with you how we can reduce the likelihood that our stores will become irrelevant, and also how retailers can adopt technology solutions and take advantage of them to bolster their bottom line and influence consumer choices. But firstly, I ask you to recall all the times you have walked into a store, interested but not committed to purchasing. And after a short while, without speaking to anyone, you walk out. What did you look at? How far in the store did you get? What did you touch and what did you feel? Understanding these patterns of behaviour is key. And we need to collect the data. But how do we collect the data efficiently? The solution? Internet of Things. The Internet of Things is a connected network of physical objects embedded with sensors and displays. Some of these objects would include your smartphone, a digital assistant called Alexa, or even a connected thermostat. This network allows these physical objects to collect data, to analyse it, and to manage it. Items in retail that can be connected include a kiosk, dynamic digital signage, and RFID readers. But how does this impact your experience as a customer? Imagine you walk into a store to find a pair of shoes. As you enter, your smartphone pings. You open your phone to find a map showing you where the shoes you looked at online last night are displayed in the store. You walk over to the shoes, try them on. Happy with the size and ready to purchase, you leave the store without delay. Your items have been scanned by sensors, and the final amount is being deducted from your mobile payment app. And because you're a registered customer and a loyal one, you receive an automatic discount. Unified, personalised, and seamless. But what is the benefit to retailers? Presently, a lot of time and energy is spent on keeping track of stock. Are the stock levels where they need to be? Are items being misplaced along different shelves? Now, smart shelves automate both these tasks and simultaneously detect potential theft. And in doing so, enable real-time stock control. There's also demand-aware warehouse fulfillment. So at present, warehouses and typical distribution centres are fixed with aisles and shelves according to a fixed schematic. Using these disruptive technologies, they will become smart sensors whereby automated pallets self-organise on the basis of demand. To this end, IoT can reduce inventory error, optimise supply chain management, and also decrease labour costs. But going back to that question of how do we collect data in stores? Smart stores using smart cameras and video analytics can now understand and target hotspots. Where are customers spending their time? What are they looking at? What are they touching and feeling? This data can be used to send an alert to shop assistants so that they know that to attend to a particular customer, or even this can be analysed later to understand how the store can be optimised. How can the layout be changed to convert more lookers into buyers? But with all this data being collected by IoT devices and other retail source systems, how can we change this and turn it into actionable insights? At present, retailers have so much access to customer and transaction data that it becomes a challenge to mine it, to convert it, and to manage it. And truthfully, data will only be an asset if we can make sense of it. And so it's by using data science and data analytics that we can transform this data into actionable insights and knowledge. Because as consumers desire personalization, the challenge is knowing how to personalize. The solution is understanding what they want by collecting further insights using data analytics and data science. Now, I briefly spoke about how you can collect insights in store and use that to arm shop assistants so that their shops don't become just showrooms. But we're all aware that we interact with brands across a range of platforms, social media and web. We're also aware that, and we may have used them, social media monitoring tools that track individual online movements, brand sentiment, and shopping patterns. What is innovative is cross-channel dynamics. Is the discount store affecting foot traffic and sales at the full-price retail store 20 minutes away? Is the e-commerce sales affecting sales of the shop spread across the city? Or how are the 5 brands under the one retail group interacting? As shoppers become omni-channel consumers, every single customer touchpoint becomes crucial to a retailer's success. And in doing so, detailed insights generated through geospatial analytics and machine learning can help for retailers generate a detailed quantitative data picture so they can understand how each touch point is interacting. And what it shows to retailers is that their network is a connected system and that these channels are not independent, rather they interact and not just coexist. This information can enable retailers to make informed decisions about how and when they should make changes in their strategy to maximise value. Should the retailer open a new store in an underpenetrated market? Or should they change their strategy in an oversaturated market? Or should they make store-level refinements in an underperforming market? The result? A higher performing retail network. Another area emerging under the data science banner also is voice analytics. A number of Australian homes are being equipped with digital assistants, Amazon's Alexa, Google's Home, and Apple's HomePod. And this represents a significant opportunity for retailers to integrate this data and technology into their omni-channel offering. Starbucks has just added a reorder app to Alexa, allowing a customer to say, "Alexa, please tell Starbucks to place my usual order." Unified, personalised, and seamless. It's interesting to note also that how you would search for something online is also different to how you would say it. For example, in looking for a pair of women's running shoes, you might type into a search engine, women's running shoes, Nike. When asking your digital assistants where to buy them, you may say, Alexa, where can I buy Nike running shoes for women? And so search engine optimization, SEO, was built for traditional websites, combing them for keywords and ranking by relevance. But voice analytics has spawned a new field, answer engine optimization, which requires configuration to existing websites. And so it'll be very interesting to see as this growing lake of data widens, the opportunities that retailers will take advantage of. And it's also interesting to see how AI will be further applied in this field as well. Now, artificial intelligence has been with us for a while. What has changed is the increased power of computing, the reduced cost of storage, and also the applicability of artificial intelligence to marketing and business success. And as we see, this personalization can be used, as it has been in recommendation engines. You would have encountered these many times yourself. Now, previously, artificial intelligence and recommendation engines use data from previous sales. So if an individual purchased product A and product B, if the individual over here looked at product A, they would be shown product B. But artificial intelligence now, with machine learning, a branch of AI, is at play building customer profiles. More specifically, according to behaviours and that individuals or generic groups' tastes and preferences. And so the advances in artificial intelligence are ensuring that it is lower risk to adopt these kind of technologies because they are focused on practical and immediate results. But AI can also be applied across a range of retail and product offering. Let's look at two other use cases. It would not be a surprise to you that cost is a big factor in consumer choices. Uber, for example, uses dynamic pricing to match your fare with a host of other factors, including the route taken, traffic, time of day, and driver-to-driver demand. Retailers can use dynamic pricing to take account of market conditions, product demand, and also price elasticity. By using dynamic pricing, they can also, and dynamic pricing takes into account also individual market strategy and also stock levels to ensure and determine the optimum pricing while also allowing for margin. And because these run on intelligent algorithms, they can execute pricing strategy that runs according to pricing psychology as well. They can also tap into loyalty systems and programs, enabling retailers to provide flexible pricing and contextual discounts. We also have facial recognition. Oh, and one other thing about this. How are we going to enable dynamic pricing in our stores? Because changing the individual price tag will not suffice. And this is where IoT-enabled dynamic digital signage and shelves will come into play, enabling retailers to action price changes immediately. AI has also underpinned the rise of visual data software. Now, facial recognition technology now integrates with a host of retail solutions, including CRMs and loyalty programs. Imagine your shop assistant being sent an alert to improve the experience of your most loyal customer who has just entered the store. Using smart cameras and facial recognition software, retailers can now take note of the demographic characteristics of consumers entering their store, according to metrics such as age and gender. This enables real-time targeted marketing in store. In Alibaba's cashierless store in Hangzhou, China, they use facial recognition technology to permit entry into the store. And once you've entered, you encounter the Happy Go happiness meter. And a big smile can earn you big discounts. Coincidentally, the act of smiling produces endorphins, which puts you in a pretty happy mood to shop. And it's interesting to see Alibaba, which had started out as an e-commerce store, expanding across China into physical stores. Amazon, also starting out in e-commerce, has also aggressively expanding now through bricks and mortar, suggesting that there is a future for physical stores if they can be unified, seamless, and personalised in delivering an experience. Now, just one last bugbear of consumers I wanted to address. A 2018 PayPal report surveying Australians cited the limitations of online shopping to be that you can't try things on for size, for fit, or just to see what looks good. But this doesn't have us running to stores to try on clothes and peel everything off just to try one thing on. The solution? Augmented reality. And Pokemon Go really showed the thirst we as people have for this type of technology. Now, optical retail chain Specsavers has been one of the first to bring this technology into Australia. The feature scans your face using a mobile or desktop device and virtually places glasses on your face, producing a fluid front-on and side-on view. These augmented reality apps can also appear in the form of virtual mirrors, allowing you to see yourself or a generic body type reflected back at you whilst you try the clothes on. You can also browse the stock as well. The benefit for retailers is that this is a technology that engages customers. It entertains customers. It allows for greater product and brand exposure. It allows them to display more stock than they ever could in their retail store. And it also reduces the rate of returns because customers can make more informed choices. So moving forward, consumers demand and are hungry for an entertaining and engaging retail experience that blends the physical store with the digital world. And the available and proven technology solutions provide an opportunity for retailers to improve their sales, reduce inefficiencies, and provide to consumers a unified, personalised, and seamless experience. And it is technologies such as IoT that will enable smart shelves, dynamic digital pricing, demand-aware warehousing to enable real-time stock control. And it is technologies such as artificial intelligence, data analytics and science, and augmented reality that will enable in real-time targeted marketing via apps and other technologies such as voice. And in doing so, retailers will have more influence over consumer choices and shopping behaviour. And so we urge retail executives to embrace innovative technology solutions, to not only deliver on the demands of consumers, but also to deliver on their own business success. Because whatever solution is chosen, it absolutely must be contextual to not only their brand, but their budget, and most importantly, their business model.